Jim Wise is the Vice President of Marketing here at FireKeepers Casino. Nice to see you in person, sir.
Great to see you again, too.
Fantastic. Everybody says, wow, you got to stay at the casino last night and whoop it up and everything.
Uh-oh.
I was in bed at 8 o'clock, and that's really not my nature. But
I'm shocked.
It's that the rooms are very comfortable, perhaps too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But I did pop down to the Pro-Am party, and I got to see Bruce McKee speak, and Homer Mandoka, who today will be with Caroline Powers in the Pro-Am.
Great.
And everyone listening and watching knows that the 4-hole showdown that you arranged yesterday, which was very kind of you and also very mean of you.
No, that was not our intention whatsoever. No way.
So we have been just touting how this was going to go for a long time on this program now. Caroline Powers played at Michigan State University from Bowling Green, Ohio, and is now making money on the Symetra Tour, which is the road to the LPGA. So she's been going all around the country, battling it out against ladies from all over the world, just as they are here today. So you decided that, well, let's put Caroline Powers in a 4-hole challenge up against MPS, who really is only significant golf accomplishment is with Val Corey. I won the Country Club of Lansing Invitational a couple of years ago. 13th flight. Yeah, that's right.
You didn't need to go into that much detail necessarily.
That laugh is exactly underscoring my point, okay? First of all, you're in the 13th flight for a reason.
Right.
Okay? Otherwise, having worked for the PGA Tour, I've seen a lot of golf swings, and I've been a lot of places. This is a lovely golf course.
It's outstanding, and the players have appreciated it, and everyone I've spoken to has agreed. First of all, just looking out the window here, it's so picturesque, but the course is in outstanding condition. The players seem very pleased. And by the way, you played very well. All kidding aside, you're playing against a professional, okay?
Yeah, which is why I had to go into my bag of tricks to try to upend her.
And you tried a few things, and it proved that she was a pro, and a very good sport also, but she was a pro because she took the jabs and little things to throw her off her game. It didn't do anything.
Yeah,
she said, bring it on.
Didn't work so well, though.
But you played well, sir. Come
what
on.
I did, I talked to her coach, Stacy Slobodnik, yesterday, and I said, and she told me that that Caroline loves the Bowling Green Dairy Queen.
Okay.
She says it's the best Dairy Queen in the nation. So I went to Dairy Queen, and I got a cup, and I brought it with a straw and everything, and I said, I brought this from the Bowling Green Dairy Queen. And she looked at me like, how did you know about that? Staggered her for a second.
Okay.
And then she said, you must have talked to Stacy. So that, I figured, worked a little bit. The other thing that upset her briefly is I walked up in a University of Michigan golf shirt with the Block M and a yellow cap and khaki shorts, because that's the thing now with Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
And we had some fun joking about that because she's obviously a Michigan State graduate. So that, I thought, was working a little bit. The rubber snake that I put on the floor of her cart, 0. No. That has scared people all over the world. She just looked at it and said, oh, I guess you tried to scare me with a rubber snake. So that didn't work so good. So we got out there, and I wasn't joking. There was a drone flying over the first tee.
That is correct.
Taking video of this.
Right.
And our viewers on Fox 47 are seeing right now the result of this 4-hole challenge, on which I lost, I lost the first hole, and second hole I don't recall. Lost.
I lost maybe barely.
Yeah,
but let's
hole.
remember, these were very close. Actually, listen, you know as well as I do, where the rubber meets the road is chipping and putting.
Yes, short game for dummies.
Okay? You were right even with her generally until that approach shot.
Yes.
There's not much you can do with that. When she's leaving it 10 feet from the hole, going, okay.
It's intimidating. Yeah. I lost. So the third hole I lost,
yeah.
And then with a chance for some sort of dignity on the fourth hole, I lost.
Barely lost.
Yeah. So she won all 4 holes. And not only that, she accidentally leveled me before we even got started, too. I don't know if you know this or not. But, she's a very sweet, kind, great ambassador for Michigan State and for FireKeepers, and for golf in general. But we had a 50-minute delay getting started, waiting for the media and camera crew to catch up with us.
Correct.
So she says,
your entourage, basically.
Entourage.
Yes.
And she said, well, what do you want to do? You want to hit balls? I said, no, let's have a drink instead. So we went up to the patio and sat there and had a couple of drinks. And
do what you do best. Go to your strength.
So
play to your strength.
Into my groove.
Right.
And so we're having a nice chat about where she's traveled, how, what it's like to be at Michigan State and all that. It was a very nice conversation. And then all of a sudden, after 35 minutes of this dialogue, she says, "Yeah, I played golf with Christine once." And I said, "Oh, Christine who?" And she said, "Your wife." And I said, "Yeah, not so much anymore. It's been a couple, 3 years."
Right on the mark.
This
Beautiful.
poor girl put her hand in her face in her hands. She says, "I'm such a terrible person." I said, "No, you didn't know. That's okay." And I said, "But you got me back for the block M, and you got me back for the rubber snake, and you got me back." So it was really funny. But we had a very fun and funny time, and it was just the golf course is beautiful.
It is.
You're going to play today, I hope, right?
I am playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So Homer Mandoka has Caroline today.
Correct. I don't want, the big boss, Homer or Tony Day or Bruce McKee. I don't need them seeing my golf game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they all play today and have a wonderful time. And then maybe I can go out tomorrow with like a big hat over my head with floppy ears and not let anybody see me, because the golf game is,
Well,
yes.
The gaming last night, the party was really great, really fun.
Was
the Pro-Am party in the event center there, and then lots of people spilled out onto the gaming floor. I noticed in my extended time in the room that you do have gaming instruction right on the television.
That is correct.
So that's pretty cool.
A lot of, mainly so many of the table games to really help people. Again, we did our whole series, and we did craps, and we did some of the specialty games, and they're all on there for you to take a look at and kind of brush up on what you think you know or what you don't know before you go downstairs.
Yeah, so you're in the room, and you can, like you say, get you motivated and informed and go down there and have some fun and maybe make some money.
Do you know that last year's Meet the Players party was voted the best on the Symetra Tour? The players voted at the end of the year on a variety of things, Miss Congeniality, I'm sure, and some other things. But they had best Meet the Players party, and ours was selected last year. So we were trying to one-up ourselves to make sure that we were in good competition for this year's award also.
I'm not surprised, because I was talking to some of the players, and is it Laura Keeney? I think she also played at Michigan State.
I think so.
And I said, you have to do a lot of these things, and she says, not like this. She says, this is the party we show up for, because the food was terrific.
Chef Mike always goes well above and beyond, and he did again last night, and all the different stations were outstanding, so it didn't matter what you like. Mike McFarland had it all ready to go. So it was a terrific time for them, and that's great. They rush to get into town, wherever town they're going to. They got to play some Pro-Ams and get down to business. So this is one night for them to relax a little bit, and we're excited to bring them that night.
Well, I asked Caroline. She said she does very well gaming in Michigan casinos.
Oh, good.
And I said, you make more money in the casino than on the golf course sometimes. But she finished 4th here last year.
That's right.
So she's excited about
cheering
that.
for her.
We are definitely cheering for her. We'll be back with more from Battle Creek Country Club. It's Michael Patrick Shiels with Jim Wise from FireKeepers. Join us all weekend long right here on the lake. You can do a little gaming, watch a little golf, and have an absolute blast. Back in a flash.